3D printing seems complicated, right? So many choices, tricky setups, and frustrating first prints. But what if I told you there's a printer that makes everything easy? At least that's what Bambu promises. As a matter of fact, most printers promise simplicity, but often leave you with more problems than solutions. The Bambu Lab A1 combo claims to change that, but does it really? Let's find out in this video. And this video is part of our beginner's guide to 3D printing, where we help you start your journey with the right tools and knowledge. Let's jump in. Let's start by opening the box. Alright, so the first thing that we have is this card box that comes with the PEI sheet and the instruction manual. So I recommend you to get this one and follow the instructions. So the instruction booklet tells you everything that's in the box, obviously, and also explains really well how you can properly start to assemble your printer, okay? So let's just start by doing it. All right, so the first thing that we have here is the AMS. Also, we have the entire filament swatch from Bambu Lab, your tools, so everything you need to assemble the printer comes in this little box. And you also have in here the clock component kit, which in this case was a bonus, so you can build your own clock, printing this little part, and you have the technical model here of the clock right here. And you can do that as an initial print as well. Also within this styrofoam, you have the 4 rotary spool holders, which are the ones that you're going to put the spool and it's going to rotate to insert the filament into the printer. All right, so the next layer of styrofoam we have actually comes with the AMS, so the part where you are going to plug these rotary items that I've just mentioned. That is going to click on top of the foot right here. So just put that to the side a little bit. We also have in here the power cord, super important. This is a single spool holder in case you don't want to use the AMS, you want to print in single color. You can use that, or you can use the AMS as well. And we also have this little component in here, which the printer used to clean the nozzle in between color changes. And this is also part of the single spool holder. And last but not least, we have the base of the printer, which is on the bottom of the box. So we have the frame, which comes very pre-assembled. So there's really not much assembly to be done in here. Put that to the side. And we have the base of the printer that has the infamous bed slinger that comes in here, and also the UI, which is very good in the Bambu printers as well. Last but not least, we have the desiccant, the 5 PTFE tubes for all the AMS and for the single spool, and also a little sample of Bambu white PLA. Alright, so now we have everything on the table. If you do have the space available, it's kind of good to keep the cardboard box and everything, because it might be that you want to change, you're moving somewhere else, you want to store your printer, you want to transport your printer safely. You can always use the items that come in the box to repackage everything and transport it. If you don't have the space for it, that's fine. Just throw it in the garbage, and then if you ever need to move it, just do it carefully. So the first step always when you are assembling a printer is going to the instruction booklet. You might think, okay, I've seen thousands of videos of unboxing, I've seen thousands of videos of people assembling this printer, but there's one thing that is super important, because even though you saw the videos and you kind of know intuitively how to do, there's a specific order for each one of the steps that you need to take. There are some cables that will only plug in if you did the right connection. There is a bolt that you can only screw if you screwed something else previously. So making sure that you have the instruction booklet and follow the steps of the instruction booklet, even if you saw a bunch of videos, a bunch of content around the printer before actually starting it. It's very good to follow the instruction booklet. So the first thing on the instruction booklet is to put the PEI sheet, which is magnet, inside the base. And you'll see it clicks really well. It's very satisfying. This is the first step. You're already 10% done. So the next thing is to unscrew the bed, which is previously attached in here. And for that, I'm going to start using the tools that comes available in the box, okay? So let me open it up. The tools are very well organized, so it's easy to find everything you need. And I'm going to start using the H2L. Okay, so now I rotate it 90 degrees because what I need to do is unscrew all these screws right here. They're very well color coded and you can see it in the manual where you actually need to unscrew it. So use this tool to unscrew it. This is going to unlock the bed to move freely. Once the screws are out, you can finally move the bed back and forth. So now the bed slinger is actually slinging. The next step here is to get the frame, and then you are going to put the base onto this frame like that. And for that, you need to tilt it 45 degrees and insert it gently like that. Now, after the AMS is assembled, you're going to connect that connector into the AMS slot like this. Now you have to cut all the zip ties and cardboard within the frame. So for this next step, we gotta push the bed all the way forward, and then we're going to open the hoodie by pushing this plastic part here upwards and then onto the back like that, removing it completely, because now we are going to screw the screws that actually hold the frame together. So now I put all the screws and there's one spare one. Don't worry, they put one extra in case you lose one of these. So you've screwed everything if you have one left. And last but not least, let's put the cover back in its position all the way to the front, and then you just slightly click it in the back like that. So now the next step sounds kind of weird, but what you're gonna do is gonna put your bed all the way to the back, grab your printer, and then lay it flat in the frame like that on your table. This is one of the good things that Bambu does, because when we used to assemble printers back in the days, they didn't have the preoccupation to have like a flat surface that you can lay the printer back. And because of that, you would have to some sort of balance the printer, put the screws in. It was very complicated. The fact that they did it in a way that you can lay the printer flat and then work your way around it, it's much better than having to balance all the things and putting the screws in the right place. This is a big advancement compared to what we used to have in the previous days in 3D printing. All right, so now we're going to remove this plastic bag right here, and we're going to expose all of these clips that we have inside, and we're going to clip them in the correct way, because this is what connects the motherboard to all of the motors that we have within the frame. And it's very simple because everything is color coded, so it's very hard for you to miss where you connect each one of these things. And as you can see, we have the last one that is taped in the bottom that goes all the way into the yellow here, which is the Z motor. So we're going to put it in. The first thing is the USB-C that goes all the way up like that. Then you are going to follow the color guide. The green one goes in here and the white one goes in here, as you can see in the tags that these cables carry. The last one, we have the yellow one, which is lying in the back, and this actually controls the Z motor. So there's a little path that it takes, so you can connect it really well, make it follow the entire path like that, and then you click inside this little plastic piece and finally connect in the connector. Now you put the printer back in its original position, and the next step is the hardest of everything. You flip the LCD forward. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to put the purge wiper. And for that, we have the specific plastic bag with the purge wiper screw that you're going to use for this specific part. So just slide it in and put the little screw. Now let's put the printer to the side because we're going to start assembling the AMS light. So just place your stand in the table like that and place the AMS body on top of the stand with the cable facing backwards like that. It connects really well. And then the next step, just put the 2 screws on each side. And now let's put the 4 spool holders onto the AMS light. It's color coded, so each one has a specific color. On the AMS light, there are 2 colors, yellow and green. Just gotta pick the right color over there with the right color of the spool holder as well. Next, we have the PTFE tubes, which we're going to connect from the AMS all the way into the extruder. As you can see, there are 5 PTFE tubes. This is in case you don't want to use the AMS, and this kit here is in case you want to use the AMS. And as you can see, we have longer and shorter PTFE tubes. So obviously you're going to connect the shorter PTFE tubes on the side that is closer to your printer and the longer ones in the side that is further away from the 3D printer. And there is no right way to put the PTFE tubes, because what's going to control which filament is being extruded actually the AMS. So the AMS is going to tell the printer which filament they are going to extrude next. So there is no right way to put the PTFE tubes, just longer, further away from the printer, shorter, closer to the printer. And now you put the power cord in the back of the printer and it's time to turn it on. And now all you gotta do is follow the steps that you have in the UI of your printer. So let's start. You can pick the language, your region, and then connect to your Wi-Fi. Once you are connected, you go to your Bambu Handy app and then connect a new device. And it's going to automatically register that printer into your user. And the next phase is the calibration, which the printer makes it by itself. After the calibration process is done, the next thing that you gotta do is insert the filament and pick your first model. And for that, I'm going to use this incredible red and blue PLA silk from the STLFLIX filaments that if you are a subscriber for STLFLIX, you have with discounted price. So all you gotta do is insert the spool at the spool holder like that, and you always keep your filament with this direction so you can insert right in. If you put the spool inverted, you're not going to be able to insert it into the hole. The next thing that you gotta do is press the yellow button and insert the filament inside. Once it reaches a certain height, it's going to automatically pull the filament inside. After you inserted the filament, it's time for you to pick the file that you wish to print. So let's go on print files. And then you have a few models that are already preloaded into your printer. And these are benches, some test prints from Bambu. The model that I'm going to print is a very useful one, which is the Scraper Grip by Bambu Lab. So all you gotta do is click, use the AMS because that's the only thing that we got connected. Press next. The only filament slot that I have filled is number 4. So I'm going to pick number 4 right here and click on print. And then for the next color, because this is a 2 model print, I'm going to use the 4 again. I'm going to print only in 1 colors. If I had 2 filaments inserted in, I could pick these 2 filaments, but I only have 1. So I'm going to print it in a single color. Press print, and then it's going to automatically boot everything and print. So this is the unboxing, assembling, and first print of the A1 combo. And comparing the first printers that I have assembled with the A1 combo, what we have here is a very tech 3D printer. Very easy to use, very easy to assemble. So if you're a beginner, this is definitely one of the printers that I recommend you to get, because it's going to make your beginning in 3D printing much better than it was for a lot of people before you that started with the Enders, with the CR10s, and all of these printers that we had back in the day. So this is an incredible machine, and it's definitely a machine that I recommend if you're starting it out. But in the end of the day, 3D printers are always 3D printers, and there's always a lot of things that you can tweak and tune in order to get the best settings. And this is specifically why we have created STL Academy, where you can find the Print Like a Pro method that teaches you how to print like a pro, Zero Revenue that teaches you how to be an entrepreneur using 3D printing, and all of that content you can find on STL Academy. And obviously, don't forget to check STLFLIX, where we have a library of over 2,500 models with 80 new every month that are optimized for 3D printing, thinking about beginners, but also thinking about models for those who print for profit in case you want to print the models and sell it yourself and make some extra money, or even your main source of revenue. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and even share this video with someone who's thinking about buying an A1, and I'll see you next time. Happy printing!